Good afternoon. This is Steve Mazzone from Ocean State Running, and we are back here at the PCTA for the third straight day. Today we're here for the Freshman State Championships. We're going to be beginning with the girls at 12, and then at 2:15 the boys will be on the track. So the girls will be starting shortly with the 4x800 meter relay, and scheduled in that race is LaSalle, Cumberland, and South Kingstown. So they will be on the track soon. But again, we'll be here all day for both meets, the girls and the boys. So there we have the long jump pit, and we will have the 4x800 relay on the track soon. Again, LaSalle, Cumberland, and South Kingstown. And don't forget, we will also have two separate live streams for the weight and the shot put. You can get those on our Bay State Running YouTube page, or just go right to oceanstaterunning.com, and we have an article with all three streams in the article. So in a few short minutes, LaSalle, Cumberland, and South Kingstown in the 4x800 meter relay. And there we have our teams for the 4x800 meter relay, LaSalle, Cumberland, and South Kingstown. So just 3 teams in this race. LaSalle Academy with the top seeded time, 10:04.95. And right after this race, we'll have the 4x200 meter relay, the 3,000, the 55 hurdle prelims, the 55 dash prelims, the 1,500, the 55 hurdle finals, the 55 dash finals, the 600, 300, 1,000, and finishing up with the 4x400 relay. And our 4x800 is underway, and that is LaSalle Academy right out in front. So LaSalle Academy and Cumberland right behind, about 78 seconds after the first 400. So LaSalle Academy increasing its gap here in the 4x800. This is just the first leg, and about a 6-second lead over Cumberland. And it looks like about a 2:45 for that opening leg for LaSalle Academy. So like I said earlier, this is our third straight day covering track and field at the PCTA Fieldhouse. We started off by covering the last chance qualifier. Yesterday, the junior varsity state championships, and today, the freshman state championships. Unfortunately, we will not be able to do the state championships next week because we do not have the rights for that meet, as well as we didn't have the rights for the class championships. So again, we're glad to be here today giving you our free live stream. Glad to be here all weekend giving you our free live stream. And that's Cumberland moving into first now in this 4x800 meter relay. So Cumberland about 6:15, 6:16 on the exchange. And correction, LaSalle Academy is winning this race. So Cumberland, our leader here in the 4x800 relay. So at the gun lap, Cumberland leading the pack and leading it substantially here in the 4x800 relay. They came in with a seed time of 10:55.52. They're going to be a little over 11 minutes as we come here down the last stretch. Okay, now on the track is the 4x200 meter relay. On the line we have the Prout School Classical and Mount Hope. So that's Classical in the lead at the exchange. They come in with a 2-minute seed time, 2 minutes flat. And already with a 4 to 5 second lead here on backstretch. So Classical about 58 seconds after 2 legs. So going pretty close to their seed time, possibly even faster. And that's Mount Hope there in second, and the Prout School right there in third. So at the final exchange, it's Classical. The same team we saw right here at the beginning, taking control right from the beginning and finishing it off. But here we have a strong leg by the Prout anchor. She's not going to have enough time to catch the leaders, but just moved the Crusaders into second place. So Classical 2 minutes .91. Prout School with a time of 2:06.15. And then Mount Hope 2:12.90. Okay, now on the track is the second heat. There's just 2 heats in this race. LaSalle Academy, South Kingstown, and Barrington. South Kingstown with the top seeded time, 1:53.96. They're in lane number 5. And the start of our final heat of the 4x200 meter relay. Again, LaSalle, South Kingstown, and Barrington in this heat. South Kingstown with the top seeded time, 1:53.96, about 6 seconds faster than Barrington, who comes in with our second fastest time. But right now at the exchange, we have Barrington, LaSalle, followed by South Kingstown. So Barrington still holding on to that lead. About a 3 to 4 second advantage on LaSalle Academy. So with one leg remaining, Barrington took the lead from the beginning and appears to be finishing it off right now in our seated section of the 4x400 relay. But they are going to have to get under 2 minutes to win this race and are going to be very close. So LaSalle 2:01.81, which means Classical is our winner. They did 2 minutes in the opening heat. 2:08.87 for LaSalle, and South Kingstown 2:15.28. So Barrington winning this heat 2:01.81. So now on the track is the 3,000 meter run. That's Bridgette Casey in lane number 1. Madeline O'Neill and Lulu Ferry of Tollgate, and Madeline from Narragansett. And Bridgette Casey coming in with the top seeded time, 11:11.90. She ran that last week at the last chance qualifier. O'Neill with an 11:20.10 seed time. And Ferry at 12:30. And Casey would appear to be the favorite in this race. Again, her seed time, 11:11.90. And my guess is right now she's running somewhat of a tactical race because she is running the 1,000 later on. During the cross-country season, Bridgette was 20th at the state championship. She was the 6th finisher for LaSalle Academy, which captured the team title. And right now she is in the top position. With Madeline O'Neill right behind. And like we've said, these are our free live streams, which we've had since the season began. A lot of ways that we pay for these live streams is by selling Ocean State running gear, as well as meet-specific T-shirts, which we sell right outside in the lobby. So that helps us along in paying for these live streams. And just something to note that right now our live streams, we have a separate live stream for the track events, but also for the shot and the weight. That's on one stream, and we also have one on the long jump. Originally, we had it on the weight and the shot. But right now, it's on the shot. One stream for the shot and the weight, and one stream for the long jump, as well as the stream here for the track events. And the high jump, as you can see on our screen, is on the lower right corner of the screen. So you pretty much can see everything here today at the Freshman State Meet. So Bridgette Casey continuing to lead this race with Madeline O'Neill right behind. And they're approaching the 1,500 meter mark at 5:44. So Bridgette comes from a talented family of runners. Dad and mom were both high school standouts. And her brother, Jack Casey, is a top distance runner for LaSalle. And her cousin, Abby McNulty, was a star runner at Bishop Fien and later at Stanford, and now runs professionally. So running is definitely in her genes. And right here, a freshman who was number 6 for her team at the cross-country state meet. So again, that's LaSalle's Bridgette Casey and Madeline O'Neill of Narragansett. Pretty much have been running like that almost from the start. And we're about 10 minutes into this race. So just a few more laps remaining. And O'Neill taking the lead here on the gun lap. So Narragansett's Madeline O'Neill winning this race with a strong final lap, 11:19.53 for her winning time, 11:26.67 for Bridgette Casey. Okay, next on the track we'll have two heats of the 55-meter hurdles. Heat number 1, Allison Dove of Coventry, Gia Ramsey of Coventry, Christina Pesk of LaSalle, Emma Heatherton of East Providence, Chloe Moskrop of Barrington, Olivia Higgins of LaSalle Academy, and Lorelei Remblard of Tollgate. And we're finishing up right here with the 3,000, but again, 55-meter hurdles, the prelims now being set up on the track. So a great angle here of the starters in the first heat of the 55-meter hurdles. And again, Allison Dove, Coventry, Gia Ramsey of Coventry, Christina Pesk of LaSalle, Emma Heatherton of East Providence, Chloe Moskrop of Barrington, Olivia Higgins of LaSalle, and Lorelei Remblad of Tollgate. Heatherton holding the fastest time in this heat, 11.38, but Moskrop right behind at 11.40. They're in lanes number 4 and 5. And our first heat is underway. And it looks like our top 2 seeds get the top 2 positions here. Heatherton winning in 11.32 and Moskrop 11.47. And 12 seconds flat for Higgins for third. And as the remainder of our finishers in this race, as you can see, Pesky scratched from the event. So now on the track is heat number 2 of just 2. Grace Lane of North Smithfield, Mia Tavares of LaSalle Academy, Addison Towie of LaSalle, Frances Johnson of Barrington, Megan McCann of Barrington, Olu Kafaru of LaSalle Academy, and Kathleen Vitale of LaSalle. And that was Johnson of Barrington winning that heat and the race overall, or winning that heat and advancing 10.84. Towie 11.70 and McCran 12.02. Okay, now on the track is the first of 6 heats of the 55-meter dash. Amira Beltrand of Classical, Lennon Schroeder of South Kingstown, Mia Pimentel of Classical, Jordan Nicolais of Cumberland, Jacqueline Blair of North Kingstown, Zania Sam of Classical, Sadie Hurley of Lincoln, and Mariani Vargas of Classical. Nicolais in lane number 4, our top seed at 8.21 in this heat. And right there is longtime RI track official Keith Lawton. He's been doing this for a long time, ever since the 70s. Yeah, he's been doing this since track meets were held right down the street at the Cranston Street Armory. A 10-lap wooden track. And there we have it, the first heat of 6 heats of the 55-meter dash. And Jordan Nicholas, 8.12, winning that heat. Jacqueline Blair, 8.30. Mia Pimentel, 8.36, our top 3 finishers. And there's the remainder right up there on our screen. So next on the track is section 2 of 6 here in the 55 dash. Sophia Taconian of North Kingstown, Elsa Lorenz of South Kingstown, Kenna Wigginton of East Providence, Amaya Coffey of Pilgrim, Ella Johnson of Exeter West Greenwich, Ariana Moan of Coventry, and Sabina Carvalho of Classical, and Jolene Jarima of Classical. So that was Amaya Coffey of Pilgrim winning that heat, 8.19. Ella Johnson, 8.26. And Kenna Wigginton, 8.32. So next on the track is Section 3. Lily Donegan of the Prout School, Natalie Champini of South Kingstown, Kathleen Vitale of LaSalle, Sophia Ford of Barrington, Jenna Silvestri of Narragansett, Stella Wazencroft of LaSalle, and Lily Bucco of LaSalle. Ford in lane 4, holding our fastest time in this heat, 8.13. That's her seed time in this heat. And here we go with Section 3 of the 55-meter dash. And that looks like our top seed, Sophia Ford, winning that race, 8.14. 8.34 for Silvestri. And Bucco, 9.24. Next on the track will be Section 4 of 6. Lorelei Remillard of Tollgate, Guinevere Lucia of South Kingstown, Alyssa Hughes of Lincoln, Stella Ruff of East Greenwich, Zeta DePina of Classical, Stephanie Sykin of Classical, and Jada Martins of Cumberland. So Ruff in lane number 4, holding our top seed time, 8.12. And that was Stella Ruff winning that heat, 8.05. That is our fastest time so far. Zeta DePina, 8.37, and Alyssa Hughes, 8.66. But again, these are the prelims. The top 8 move on to the finals right after the 1500, which is coming up next. And next on the track is Section 5. Camila Tabora of Lincoln, Chloe Barber of Pontiganset, Jasmine Berganza of Classical, Ava Fairbanks of East Greenwich, Emma Beard of the Prout School, Zainab Abdul of Barrington, and Chloe Babcock of Charahoe. Fairbanks holding the top seed in this heat, 8.03. And Fairbanks winning that race, 8.13. Baird at 8.53. And Tabora, 8.57. Okay, now our final heat of the 55 hurdle prelims, or the 55 dash prelims. Megan Tansky of LaSalle, Ava Howley of Coventry, Anna Butler of Narragansett, Alani Sutherland of Cranston West, Tegan Bristol of East Greenwich, Kaylee Rocha of Mount Hope, and Melissa Sue of Classical. Sutherland holding our fastest time in this heat, 7.72, and that is the fastest seed time among all 6 heats in this prelim. So keep an eye on her. She's in lane number 4. So Sutherland winning that race 7.70. Butler at 8.49 and Roach at 8.89. So that time improves Sutherland's PR by 0.02. She's ranked 10th in the state overall. So now on the track is the 1500. We have 2 heats. This is the unseeded section right now on the track. Lucy Anderson of Classical, Eden Beauregard of North Smithfield, Julia Cavanaugh of Smithfield, Jane Bryan of Barrington, Maggie Lauder of Portsmouth, Grace Ackroyd of South Kingstown, Sadie DiMaggio of Smithfield, Lily Brown of Barrington, Grace Maria of LaSalle Academy, and Brooke Boivia. Anderson holding the top seeded time, 6:05. Seven and a half laps around this track, the 1500. And again, 2 heats of the 1500. The 1500 will be followed by the 55 hurdle finals and the 55 dash finals. And then we'll have the 600, the 300, the 1,000, and finishing up here in the girls' freshman state meet with the 4x400 relay. The boys are scheduled for 2:15. And our first heat of the 1500 is underway. And that's Smithfield's Julia Cavanaugh out there in front after a half a lap. And Barrington's Jane Bryant in second. And right there in third, Maggie Lauder of Portsmouth. and Eden Beauregard in fourth. And we do have a scratch. Lucy Anderson is not in this race. She scratched prior to the start. So 9 competitors here in heat number 1.
Olivia Higgins, LaSalle, Chloe Moscroft of Barrington, Frances Johnson, Barrington, Amber Heatherton, East Providence, Addison Towie, LaSalle, Megan McCran, Barrington, Leah Tavares, LaSalle. You can pick your hip numbers up at the starting line during the second heat of the 15. The finalists for the dash: Ella Johnson, Exeter West Greenwich, Sophia Ford, Barrington, Jordan Nicolay.
So we're approaching 600 meters, 2:23 on the clock for our leaders. And again, that's Kavanaugh out in front, but looks like Bryant of Barrington, Jane Bryant of Barrington, has now moved into the lead, but still a very tight pack. With Kavanaugh back in the lead. So Kavanaugh, Bryant, and Lauder of Portsmouth. They were just under 320 at the 800 mark. And again, that's Jane Bryant of Barrington, Julia Kavanaugh, putting a little bit of distance on Maggie Lauder of Portsmouth. But a good 60 meters over the chase pack. So with 300 meters left, about 4:56 passed on the clock. And the gun lap, and that's Jane Bryant again from Barrington out there in front. Julie Kavanaugh of Smithfield right behind. But Bryant increasing her lead right now as she approaches the backstretch. And Lauder trying to move into second here on the backstretch. But Bryant with a strong finish down this final stretch, winning this heat. 6:03.78 for Jane Bryant. Cavanaugh coming in second, 6:08.39. And Lauder, 6:11.28 for heat number 1 of the 1500. And that's Grace Ackroyd of South Kingstown, 6:34.65. Eden Beauregard, 6:36.64. Sadie DiMaggio, 6:37.17. Grace Moreira, 6:42.78. Brooke Boisvert, 6:45.88. And Lily Brown, 6:53.22. So now on the track is the seated section of the 1500. Erin Von Heusen of Charahoe, Mia Betez of LaSalle Academy, Alicia Chen of East Greenwich, Ava Peters of East Greenwich, Katie Yolanis of Portsmouth, Ella Mae Bannon of East Greenwich, Mia Barris of Lincoln School, Grace Belt of Cumberland, Lauren Carter of North Kingstown, Anna Hong of East Greenwich, and Sequoia Drolet of Lincoln High. Von Heusen holding the top seed overall in this 1500 race, 5:06.26. That actually ranks her 15th in the state overall. So a very talented runner from Charahoe. She was 21st at the state cross-country championships. One of our top freshmen in that race, and she is taking control right now. About 40 seconds after the first 200 meters. Still a very bunched up pack right there, with Yolanis also among that group. And that's Mia Betez of LaSalle right there in second. And Katie Yolanis of Portsmouth. But it's Erin Von Heusen, the leader from the beginning, still leading this race. About 2:05 after 600 meters. Again, she comes in with a seed time of 5:06.26. Betez coming in at 5:10.30. So Erin increasing her gap here as we approach 800 meters. 2:46. And that's Betez from LaSalle in second. Mia Barris of the Lincoln School in third. Erin looking very strong in these closing laps. So about 4:08 on the clock at 1,200 meters, so 300 meters left in this race. Bettis is picking up the pace there in second. And Mia Barris right there in third. But our leader from the beginning, Erin Van Heusen, is going to win this race. So Erin Van Heusen, 5:07.31 for her winning time here. Mia Betez, 5:11.06, and Mia Barris, 5:15.16. Alicia Chen, 5:18.74. Ava Peters, 5:19.16. Grace Belt, 5:20.95. Katie Yalanis, 5:21.52. She's our seventh finisher. Sokoa Drolet, 5:39.57. Ella Maybaum, 5:40.06. And Lauren Carter, 5:45.90. And Anna Hong of East Greenwich, 6 minutes, .92. Okay, on the track now is the 55 hurdle finals. Okay, in this heat, Olu Cafaro of LaSalle Academy, Olivia Higgins of LaSalle, Chloe Moskrop of Barrington, Frances Johnson of Barrington, Emma Heatherton of East Providence, Addison Toohey of LaSalle, Megan McCran of Barrington, and Mia Tavares of LaSalle Academy. And there we have our finals of the 55 hurdles. And that's Barrington's Francis Johnson winning in 10.83. Emma Heatherton 11.30. And Addison Towie 11.49. Okay, now on the track is the 55 finals. Way back there in the left corner, Amira Beltran, Ella Johnson of Exeter West Greenwich, Sophia Ford of Barrington, Jordan Nicholas of Cumberland, Alani Sutherland of Cranston West, Stella Ruff of East Greenwich, Ava Fairbanks of East Greenwich, Amaya Coffey of Pilgrim, and Jacqueline Blair of North Kingstown in this heat, in this final. And then coming up after this is the first of 3 heats of the 600. And the 55 finals is underway. And that's Alani Sutherland of Cranston West winning 7.60. 7.99 for Stella Ruff. But Sutherland moving up to number 5 in the state rankings with that time. That ties her for 5th with Kaylee Quinn of Bayview Academy, Jackie Como of LaSalle Academy at number 1 at 7.49, but a very fast time for the freshman, who has a chance to make the podium next week at the state meet. Okay, next up on the track. Next on the track will be the first of 3 heats of the 600. Reagan Chabot of North Kingstown, Samantha Marcis of St. Raphael Academy, Lulu Ferry of Tollgate, Isabella Confessor of North Kingstown, Thea Carr of North Kingstown, Jordan Brookshire of Coventry, and Isabel Mazzone of North Kingstown. So Chabot of North Kingstown owning the fastest time in this heat, 2:11.60. She's in lane number 1. So the first heat of the 600 getting ready to start. This is 3 laps around this track. And that is Chabot out there in front from North Kingstown. Still a bunched up pack after 1.5 laps of the 600. And that's Lulu Ferry of Tollgate. And right there is St. Ray's Samantha Marcis in about 84 seconds at 400 meters. And that's Marcis moving into the front runner position with Ferry right there in second. So coming down the final straightaway, Ferry and Marcis, and it looks like Chabot coming on strong. So Marcis winning this, 209.17. Chabot getting second, 209.45. And Ferry, 209.79. Theacar, 211.74. Isabella Confessor, 216.11. Brookshire, Jordan Brookshire, 222.94. And Isabella Mazzone, 235.26. Okay, next on the track is section 2 of 3. Meredith Humphreys of Classical, Lucy Anderson of Classical, Grace Rutherford of Coventry, Amelia Boys of North Smithfield, Emily Finder of Cumberland, Kylie Strain of Pilgrim, Lily Scampelli Scampoli of LaSalle, Juliana Andrus of Cranston West, Alyssa Caracchio of LaSalle Academy, Alexis Hurley of Lincoln High, and Juliana Coughlin of North Kingstown. Humphreys owning the fastest time in this heat, 2 minutes. So again, 3 laps around this track. This is section 2 of the 600-meter run. And I believe that's Grace Rutherford of Coventry out there in front. And Meredith Humphreys of Classical. About 37 seconds after 200 meters. So Humphreys working hard up front, leading this race. So about 78 seconds on the clock, and that's Rutherford of Coventry. So Grace Rutherford winning this heat and winning the overall title, 201.63. Juliana Andrus of Cranston West, 203.53. And Amelia Boyes of North Smithfield, 205.74. And we do have one more heat, so not winning the overall title quite yet. That's the time to beat. Section 3 now on the track. Jessica Mastrandia of the Prout School, Allison Pankowitz of Tollgate, Summer Sartini of Cumberland, Anna Califat of Cumberland, Sydney Rains of LaSalle, Sophia Abbott of the Prout School, Den Champlin of Moses Brown, Hannah Roothouse of Moses Brown, Rachel Williams of Moses Brown, Kaylin Mahoney of Portsmouth, and Leela Chowning of Cumberland. Mastrandia in lane number 1, holding the top seed, 148.39. And that time by Mastrandria of 148.39. That ranks her number 18th overall in the state. And our top seed, Mastrandria, out there in front. About 36 seconds after 200 meters. And Pankowitz of Tollgate right there in second. And Sartini from Cumberland in third. Our top three seeds in that order. So about 72 seconds after 400 meters. And that's Pankowitz and Mastrandria. And Sartini in third. But our top seed trying to pull away here on the backstretch. And seems to be doing it successfully. So Mastrandria, 148.84 winning time, very close to her PR. Sartini, 150.39 from Cumberland, coming on strong that final stretch. And Pankowitz, I believe, from Tollgate, coming in third. Pankowitz coming in second. Sartini coming in third, 150.39. Pankowitz, 150.38. And Mahoney, 154.11 for fourth. And the rest of our finishers shown up there on the screen. So next on the track is the 300. We have 11 heats of the 300. Heat number one, Lily Donegan of the Proud School, Amira Beltran of Classical, and Jolene Jermier of Classical. So again, we're going to have 11 heats of the 300. Following this race, the 1,000, and we conclude with the 4x400. And then right at 2:15, the boys will be on the track. And that's Classical's Jolene Jermia winning that heat 54.01. Lily Donegan 101.06. And Amira Beltran coming in third, 111.22. Next on the track will be Section 2. Mariani Vargas of Classical, Chloe Barber of Poneganta, Melissa Sue of Classical, Lily Bucco of LaSalle, and Sydney DeCharpier of Mount Hope.
Check in 1,000. Check in 1,000.
And that's Chloe Barber of Poneganta looking very strong here after half a lap. She is already 6 seconds ahead of the next runner in this race. And she will win this race fairly comfortably. So Vargas running 55.31. Bucco 1 minute .12. And the Chapari running 101.05. Barber had come in with a seed time of 1:05, so 10 seconds faster than that seed time for our winner in Section 2, Chloe Barber. Next on the track is Section 3 of 11. Allison Diorio of Coventry, Megan Tansky of LaSalle Academy, Margaret Leamer of Bayview, Sadie Hurley of Lincoln High, and Grace Lane of North Smithfield. And that's North Smithfield's Grace Lane coming on strong. The final stretch to win this race, 54.05. Margaret Lima, 55.06. And Sadie Hurley, 56.61. And there's the rest of our finishers. Okay, now on the track is Section 4. Gia Ramsey of Coventry, Emma Baird of the Proud School, Jada Martins of Cumberland, Mia Tavares of LaSalle Academy, and Kathleen Vitale of LaSalle. And that's Emma Baird of the Proud School out there in front. Looks like Mia Tavares of LaSalle right in second. Actually, that's Kathleen Vitale in second. So Baird 55.15, Vitali 56.86, and Tavares 56.99. Okay, next on the track is section 5 of 11. Camila Tabora of Lincoln High, Eden Beauregard of North Smithfield, Tegan Bristol of East Greenwich, Elsa Lorenz of South Kingstown, and Guinevere Lucia of South Kingstown. So Lorenz and Lucia in lanes 5 and 6, both owning C times of 55.17. That's the fastest. But that's Tegan Bristol of East Greenwich winning the race, 53.76. Guinevere Lucia, 53.91. And Elsa there getting third, 55.12. Next is section 6. Lena Schroeder of South Kingstown, Natalie Champney of South Kingstown, Ariana Moan of Coventry, Olu Cafaro of LaSalle Academy. And Schroeder is a scratch in this race, so we just have 3 competitors. And as well as Champney. It's Sabina Cavallo Giampoli from Classical also in this race. And that's Cafaro winning this heat. 52.76. Right now, that's the time to beat. Next on the track is section 7. Emma Heatherton of East Providence, Ava Howley of Coventry, Anna Butler of Narragansett, Bridgette Williams of Mount Hope, and Jacqueline Blair of North Kingstown. Williams in lane number 5 holding our fastest time in this heat, 52.66. And that's North Kingstown's Jacqueline Blair winning the race, winning the heat, 50.27. That's the fastest time so far. Heatherton second at 51.18 and 52.14 for Hawley, but the time to beat now, 50.27. So next on the track is section 8 of 11. Tess Bryden of Bayview Academy, Stephanie Seacon of Classical, Zanaya Sam of Classical, Jordan Nicholas of Cumberland, and Jasmine Berganza of Classical. So Nicholas has a seed time of 49.51. If she can get under 50 seconds, she will have the fastest time so far. So 50.27, the time to beat. And that is Nicholas in the lead. And it does look like she's going to get under 50 seconds. 47.89. A very fast time for the young freshman. Sam 50.97 and Bryden 51.57. So 47.89 now the time to beat. Next on the track is Section 9. Addison Toey of LaSalle, Alyssa Hughes of Lincoln High, Hannah Barros of Barrington, Stella Hillier of Barrington, and Hannah Resendez of Mount Hope. Hillier in lane number 5, 48.60. That's the fastest seed time. 47.89, the time to beat. So Resendez of Mount Hope winning, Barros of Barrington winning this race 48.90, Resendez 49.36, and Hughes also under 50 seconds, 49.86. Toey at 50.28 and Hillier 50.44. Next on the track, Section 10, Zeta DePina of Classical, Ella Johnson of Exeter West Greenwich, Jenna Silvestri of Narragansett, Mia Pimento of Classical, and Amaya Coffey of Pilgrim. Pimento in lane number 5, holding our top seed time, 57.50. So that's Ella Johnson winning the heat, 47.13. That is the fastest time so far. Silvestri, 47.75, and Coffey, 48.49. And last on the track is Section 11. Ava Fairbanks of East Greenwich, Stella Ruff of East Greenwich, Sophia Ford of Barrington, Alani Sutherland of Cranston West, and Quina Pezza of Cranston West. Sutherland in lane number 5, holding a seed time of 44 seconds. All 5 runners in this race have run faster than the fastest time right now, 47.13 by Johnson. And that's Cranston West teammates, Alani Sutherland and Queen Pezza, up there in front. And they will take those top two positions, with Pezza running 45.43 for the victory and Ruff at 46.60. Ford coming in at 48.23, Fairbanks at 48.68. But Pezza winning the race 45.43. And next on the track will be the 1,000. We have 3 sections in the 1,000. Sam Granville of South Kingstown, Jasmine Burr of North Smithfield, Maggie Lauder of Portsmouth, Lindsay Cobb of St. Raphael, Lucy Anderson of Classical, Malin Kelly of Coventry, and Lily Brown of Barrington. Sam Granville holding the top seed. She's in lane number 1. Top seeded time of 3:55.28 in this heat. The seeded heat will be in section 3. So the 1,000, the first of 3 sections now on the track. That's 5 laps around this track here. Granville and Lauder right there in the front on the backstretch as we approach our first 100 meters of the race. So about 42 seconds after 200 meters, and that's Granville of South Kingstown. And moving into first here on the backstretch, Jasmine Burr of North Smithfield. So about 88, 89 seconds after 400 meters, and that's Burt and Granville in those top 2 positions. And Maggie Lauder of Portsmouth right there in 3rd. So 2:17 after 600 meters. So 3:08 at 800 meters. We're now on the gun lap. And that's Greenville picking up the pace and increasing her cushion over Burt, with Lauder right there in third. So Greenville coming home with the victory. 3:52.51, so about 3 seconds under his seed time. 3:59.46 for Burt, and Lauder 4:02.13. Okay, now the seated section of our 1,000. The second heat of our 1,000. This is Sienna Vitucci of LaSalle Academy, Ella Maybaum of East Greenwich, Lauren Carter of North Kingstown, Anna Roothouse of Moses Brown, Anna Hong of East Greenwich, Rachel Williams of Moses Brown, Kaylin Mahoney of Portsmouth, Sequoia Drolet of Lincoln, Jane Bryant of Barrington, Zoe Pollock of South Kingstown, Claire Hook of Portsmouth, and Kata Garcia of East Providence scheduled to run this heat. That's former Cumberland coach Tom Kenwood as our starter. Tom was a coach at Cumberland since the early 70s. Great coach that's won plenty of league titles, state titles, and championships throughout his 40-plus year career. And Barrington's Jane Bryant right out there in front. And Zoe Pollock now from South Kingstown out in front, with Jane Bryant right there in third. So about 86 seconds for 400 meters. And that's Pollock of South Kingstown out there in front. Sequoia Drolet of Lincoln right now in front. Ella Maybaum of East Greenwich in second. And Pollock of South Kingstown in third. As we approach the gun lap, a bunched up pack here with 4 runners in this race. That's Lauren Carter of North Kingstown and Ella Maybaum of East Greenwich battling it out. Maybaum taking the lead just before the final turn here on the backstretch. So Maybaum coming on strong in that final lap, winning this heat, 340.62. And Carter with a strong final lap, 341.74. Drolet at 346.08. Pollock coming in at 346.98. Bryant 348.98, Horn at 350.10, Williams 351.95, Mahoney at 355.94, Hook 404.79, and Roothouse 405.79. And there is all our finishers. Sienna Vitucci 414.65 and Kelda Garcia 414.75. Now on the track is the seated section. Section 3, Mia Betez of LaSalle Academy, Bridgette Casey of LaSalle Academy, Erin Von Heusen of Charahoe, Jessica Mastrandria of the Prout School, Maeve McNamara of LaSalle Academy, Alicia Chen of East Greenwich, Marissa Rayhill of Exeter West Greenwich, Mia Barris of the Lincoln School, Ava Peters of East Greenwich, Julia Laverty of Cumberland, Katie Yolanis of Portsmouth, and Madeline O'Neill of Narragansett. And Bettis has the top seated time, 320.0, with Casey at 321, and Von Heusen, our 1500 winner, at 321.26. And Mastrandria coming back after winning the 600. Tough double. And that's Erin Von Heusen, again our 1500 winner, out there in front. About 38 seconds after 200 meters. Looks like Alicia Chen of East Greenwich and Mia Bettis of LaSalle Academy. Actually, that's Mia Barris of the Lincoln School right there in second, and Mia Bettis of LaSalle in third. But our leader from the beginning, Erin Von Heusen of Charahoe. About a 5-second lead over the chase pack. So she had a 5-second lead at the midway point, and now 600 meters, about 156, 157 on the clock. So Von Heusen looking very strong here. And Barris and Bettis in that second and third place positions. So 2:35 after 800 meters for Von Heusen with 1 lap remaining. Bettis moving into second here on the backstretch. Barris and looks like East Greenwich's Alicia Chen moving into third here on the backstretch. But it's Von Heusen all the way in this race. A gun-to-wire winner. 3:14.42. Bettis at 3:20.26. Chen 3:22.63. Barris 3:24.07. Ray Hill at 3:25.32. Messandria 3:25.42. Peters 3:25.95. Laverty 3:30.47. O'Neill 3:30.74, and Casey at 3:33.04. Yolanis 3:33.48 and McNamara 3:46.84. So next on the track is our final event here in the girls freshman state meet, the 4x400 relay. North Kingstown, LaSalle Academy, Cumberland, and Classical in this race. Cumberland, the top seed, 440.37. So the final event here in our girls freshman state meet, the 4x400 relay. We just have one heat, North Kingstown, LaSalle, Cumberland, and Classical. So following this meet, we'll have the boys on the track. They were scheduled for 2:15, so that time's going to be pushed a little because it's 2:15 right now. So expect that meet to be 15 minutes, maybe even a little longer after this meet concludes. And our final event is now underway. 4 teams, North Kingstown, LaSalle, Cumberland, and Classical. So Classical out in front, looking strong with Cumberland and East Greenwich as we approach our first exchange. A very tight race between Classical and Cumberland. About 70 seconds for that opening leg. Cumberland now in front, but just by a few strides over Classical. LaSalle in third, and right there is North Kingstown in fourth. And now Classical moving back up front. With Cumberland and East Greenwich and North Kingstown. So at the midway point, about 2:23 on the clock, and Classical out in front. But a fast charging Cumberland here on the backstretch. And Cumberland has regained the lead with a very strong leg by their third runner. So a very strong leg by Cumberland's third runner to increase their gap over LaSalle. And Classical right there in third, followed by North Kingstown. So Cumberland taking charge thanks to a very quick leg for their third runner. So with one more lap remaining, about 4:19, 4:20 on the clock. So Cumberland winning our meet, ending 4x400 relay. 4:54.50 for Cumberland. LaSalle Academy 5:02.69. Classical at 5:16.99. And North Kingstown 5:22.32. So this concludes our girls freshman state meet. Coming up, we'll have the boys on the track. That should be coming up shortly.